Hello friends, welcome back. In today's video we have an exciting battle of the foundations. So as requested by a ton of you, we're doing Prada versus Christian Louboutin. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this day to just get started and so that I can show you what I look at the end of the day. But this is the first time here. I am Gigi. I love to talk about new makeup products. If you enjoy that kind of content, click down there where it says subscribe, and also come to my other socials for a little bit more beauty. And without further ado, let's begin. Back in today's video, we are back to do a battle of the foundations. This was highly requested after my Louboutin video, and so I decided to come back and do a side-by-side just like you asked. So I'm excited. Grab a coffee, a drink, and let's get to it. And as I was saying that, I just felt so thirsty. I needed a cup of water. Anywho, so Christian Louboutin released their foundation. This is the packaging. I have individual reviews for each of these foundations. If you're interested, I have 2 shades of the Prada and one of the Louboutin. I'm going to do a little swatch so that we can see what they look like. They actually are okay to wear. I'm not gonna look crazy, which is very good. So my top swatch is the Prada, which is in the shade MW50, and then the bottom is gonna be the Christian Louboutin in 35 and so neutral olive, and this is medium warm. And I think that these are pretty accurate. They're perfect matches for me currently. And so if you want to see a lot of more swatches and comparisons, check out the video where I try this, because I share all my love foundations and you can see, you know, if we are foundation twinsies. So now both of these foundations do claim the same things pretty much. They're both 24 hours of wear. They're both soft matte finishes, and they're both, they just say that they're gonna look natural, effortless, and just soft focus. So that's why I guess a lot of you want to see them in action. I have to mention Prada's packaging. It is refillable. So this is Prada's packaging. It's very cute. Actually, it is very heavy. You know, it's got a good weight to it. All the Prada products say Prada in there. You can see that this is a little bit of a gold rim with a silver cap. So as you pull out the cap, you will take off the cartilage, and the cartilage is glass, so this is very heavy. You want to be careful. And then this component is plastic, so well, it's fine. As I said, the component is heavy because of the glass portion of it. Oh, and we also get a Prada right here. I'm sorry, it's a little fingerprinty, as you can see. Now let's apply the foundation. You're gonna see how it blends and how it looks. I've mentioned previously that this foundation is beautiful. She blends like a dream. She is pretty much soft matte. She lasts really good on. I have a little complaints, but then the biggest complaint that I have about Prada foundation is that it sits heavy on my dry patches or my blemishes. So whenever I'm flaky, you know, my skin is flaky or is acting up, or I have active pimples, I cannot wear the Prada foundation. I couldn't, because it really accentuates everything. So right now my chin is looking a little dry, and this is looking dry right there, which Christian Louboutin is so good at hiding that. So take that as you will. Let's do Christian Louboutin, and I'm gonna apply it right on the pimple, and you'll see what I mean. They both blend beautiful. Let's get another brush to blend this. Here, this one. They both blend very, very effortless, I'm not gonna take that one over, just like here. Look, like they both of the foundations blend really nicely, but Christian Louboutin is just a little bit more natural looking. Check out the glow on this side. Check out this side. Just a little bit more flat matte, if you can see what I mean. Okay, my concealer is on. So take a look at Christian Louboutin versus PRADA. Now we are going to go ahead and set. As usual, I will do my Givenchy powder for under the eyes, and then I'll do brush. Like I'll use a brush for the rest of our face. I do set my base always. I like to set my base. I'm a base setter. I cannot not set my base. And the good thing about that is that this powder is never too dry. So thank you, Givenchy. Now we are looking nice and snatched. It's pretty much set. It looks equally good on both sides. Only thing is, I just keep seeing my chin area. You know what? We're gonna give PRADA another chance. I'm gonna take a wipe and I'm gonna remove it on this side because it really looks dry. And I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because I did use my retinol yesterday night, and what that really means is that I tend to be extra dry the next day. So I'm going to pretty much exfoliate this side. I'm gonna take the whole chin and then we'll reapply. Okay? Okay, perfect. Let's do a hydrating base. I am going to apply this Ilia base. I'm gonna pat it. Let's let that sink in, and then I move on with my Clinique moisturizer. I'm going back to the same foundation brush and we'll do half. I know I look a little bit more red than, you know, a minute ago with all that scrubbing, but just a little pump. I like the pump on this. It's so minimal. Look at that. She makes me save foundation. It gets just so little product. Okay. Okay, it looks better. Can you see that it's not so dry this moment? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna lightly set same powder. All right, and so far so good. Let me finish off the rest. Oh, I almost got foundation all over my sweater. Let me finish off the rest of my face. I'll link and list of products below. I'll be back with red lipstick. Who is she? I just love the shade so much that I needed to wear it and show you. I'm wearing newest Married Beauty lipstick, their matte lipstick in the shade Power. I absolutely love this red, and I thought, you know, red is in order, so why not? Anyhow, let's concentrate. Sorry about that. This is what both sides of the foundation look like. And these foundations both look beautiful. They look very pretty. They look pretty blurring. They look pretty perfecting. Maybe Christian a little bit more glowy, you know, as I showed you, just a tiny bit more natural looking. It has a more natural look than the Prada. I hope you can see what I mean. But after I exfoliated the heck out of my chin, this is looking good. So I guess, I don't know, we're gonna find out at the end of the day if one is gonna sit heavy or not. Again, I have a lot of dryness on my chin, but Christian Louboutin had managed to just sit right there so good around that pimple that is just unbelievable. So we'll see. We'll see. She's looking pretty good. We're gonna wear these foundations for at least 8 or 10 hours. I'll come back today at the end of the day and I'll show you, but I'm excited to get these wear tests going. Hello friends, and it is the end of today's video. It is 4:38 and I'm gonna wrap it up right here. This morning I forgot to show you the time, but it was 7:30 in the morning, so it was early. We got a good 8 hours or so if I'm calculating correctly, and this is it. We're gonna wrap it up. You may hear background noises, kids are here. Let's get to it. As you can see, I look pretty good, if you ask me. Like, it looks pretty good. Everything looks intact. Both foundations are very long wearing. At this point, I should be a lot glowier on my T-zone and I'm not. So this is really, like, both of them are holding, you know, they're preventing my oils to come through, which I like. On this side, I do see a little bit of settling right here, but I do see it here as well. So on both Christian Louboutin and on Prada, I can see my smile lines here, but this isn't a big issue for me, to be honest. I never touched my face until now. So, you know, you can blend those and it's pretty much undetectable at this point. I love it. I don't feel like I need to blot at all. I feel like it was a good time to do these side by side because I'm not really breaking out a ton. When I'm breaking out, my face is a mess. So it's not really fair to the foundations. That's why I waited a whole week until I knew I was good to do this side by side. I wanted to be fair now. Remember the Prada, how I was sitting heavy on this side and how it was showing all the dry patches? Well, if you're well exfoliated, then that isn't going to happen. So if you exfoliate and you don't have any concerning dry patches on your face, I think that the Prada is gonna look good like it did on me. But I do still feel like this is an easier foundation to grab. This is an easier reach for me. My baby's here. If you hear some giggling noises, he's eating a frizzy. Anyway, yeah, this is an easier reach for me. This is a foundation that I know is gonna look good no matter if I'm having a bad skin day. But that's something that I cannot say with the Prada. Even though it doesn't look it, I know it looks perfectly fine. It looks like it's the same foundation. These could be a little bit more problematic when I'm breaking out. So I can't really speak to like dryness because I don't have dry skin. I have combination skin. So this is perfect for like now I'm not broken out, like my skin is doing really good, you know. But this is something that I found to be easy to wear, just easier in general. Do they look absolutely amazing? Both of them do. They both look really flawless. They both hold on to my bronzer and blush. You can see, like, I need to know, what do you think? I did this wear test last week when my skin was not doing so well, but it was almost there. And you can see a distinct in each foundation. Like the Christian Louboutin did so well and the Prada did so poorly, because the Prada was looking a little bit more dry, a little bit emphasizing, you know, like pimples and things like that. Today they both look perfect. So that goes to show, sometimes, you know, you review a foundation and your skin, it just behaves, but some others it doesn't. And also prep, of course, prepping is always a good idea. For both foundations, I find that you need to be well prepped, well exfoliated, beautiful hydrating base, and then that's gonna be your safest bet. I'm surprised, I'm shocked to see my chin looking like this. With the Christian Louboutin, totally fine, but with the Prada, I do find that I was always dry on my chin area. It never looked this good. So I guess if you really exfoliate, as I just mentioned. Now, just in general, I do feel like the Christian Louboutin just has a little bit more of a natural dew. You can see a little bit more oil seeping through there than on this side, right? I don't know if you can perceive that, but like just in general, if you look at my face overall with, like, you know, a really close up mirror, you can see that this side is just a little bit more matte than this side. But other than that, friends, I find both foundations to be beautiful, and both foundations do work for me. These just being a little easier, you know, an easier reach. This has become one of my favorite foundations in my collection. Hands down. It's crazy to me. And I got a question also asking about Valentino, and this one, I don't know, Valentino is my baby too. Oh, I need to say, Prada does not contain any pore cloggers, and that's something that is very important to me. I look for non-pore clogging foundations, and this is it. Unfortunately, Christian Louboutin does have pore cloggers, but they're a little lower in the ingredient list, which I could get past. And also Valentino as well. Valentino also have pore cloggers, so you know, you can win all battles. You can really do. Right, friends, having said that, I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know, what do you think of these foundations? Remember, this was Christian Louboutin and this was a Prada. Where you expecting my video? I know a ton of you wanted to see this. Was this good enough for you? Did you have any more questions? I'm always here to reply to them all. You saw how they both wear. Now it's for you to share your thoughts and to help me push these videos out there for the public. I think mommy duty is a calling. Thank you, friends, for watching. I love you. Bye.